I think if time management and money saving was a recipe, it'd be this recipe. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode. It's your boy Gabe. Today we are doing another money saving video, and we are saving money on dinner tonight. Like right now. Like after you watch this video, this is what you're making. We are making personal pizzas with a little bit of a twist. So let's get started. So this recipe is literally like the most like simple, universal type of recipe I could think of. Like I've done this before. Me and my dad have made this numerous times. But if like, I don't know, if time management and saving money had a recipe, it's this. So very simple, very cost effective. Again, less than $20. In fact, less than $15 for the basic stuff, which gives you a lot of wiggle room to kind of create what you want and kind of interchange certain ingredients to the way you want them, or whatever dietary restrictions you have, or blah, 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 whatever. This is like college student level meal kind of affordable. All it is your basic pizza ingredients. You got your pizza cheese, you got your pepperoni, you got your Parmesan cheese, you got your pizza sauce. We're gonna add sausage to ours today, and then tortilla shells. I know, wild, right? Not really, but it kind of gives it that thin crust pizza kind of vibe to it without actually having to make the crust. And it's easier because it's already done for you. Now I got the burrito sized shells because they're about the 10-inch size shells. So you kind of almost get like your own little personal thin crust pizza kind of thing going on. So again, very simple, very cost effective. You can change it to however you want. If you want to do like a Caesar dressing as your sauce and chicken and spinach and say like feta. Very interchangeable, still less than $20, still feeds the family because you got 8 shells to work with. That's 8 pizzas. That definitely feeds a family. That feeds a lot of people, or a very hungry college student, whichever. Your shells run you about $1.99, so about $2 for this. But again, you got 8 shells, that's 8 pizzas. That's not bad at all. A normal like powder bag of crust is about 70 cents, 60 cents. So in reality, you don't have to make it. It's a little less than that, and in the specs of time and money saving, it's actually a little bit cheaper. So the pepperoni I got on sale for it was $2.50 for a little under a half-pound package. I think all this added up to a little under $15 for this entire meal. Some of it I got on sale. In reality, if you wanted to get a bigger bag, you could, but there's a lot of pepperonis in here, so you don't necessarily need a bigger bag. Parmesan cheese, it's about $2.49 for a container. You're not using the whole container, so in reality, it's not bad. And sometimes you have it in your fridge anyway, so it's one less thing you gotta worry about. But about $1 or about $2.49. Pizza cheese I got on sale for about $2. It's normally about $2.50, a little bit more than $2.50, but I just got a bag. And again, I'm only feeding myself, but if you needed to get another bag, it's another $2.50 to get an extra bag, or if it's on sale like what I got for about the same price, or you can shred your own cheese. A block is usually about $3.50, maybe almost $4, but you get to shred your cheese and it's a 1-pound block, and so you can kind of do what you please with it, I guess. Now, I got one single jar of sauce, which for this particular sauce, it was about $1.40. I definitely, even if I made all 8 pizzas, would not even come remotely close to using the entire jar. I will have a lot of leftover sauce in this jar because you don't need a whole lot, because there's not a whole lot of, I guess, crust per se. So you only need 1 jar of sauce, or whatever, if you're putting a dressing on it or whatever, or if you're making your own sauce. You don't have to make a whole lot because, again, a little bit kind of goes a long way. The most expensive part of this was sausage. I wanted to add sausage to it. You could just do a regular pepperoni pizzas for family night, whatever, or cheese pizzas for that matter for family night. But I wanted to add sausage to it. This on sale was $3.50 for a package, and this is just like the generic breakfast kind of sausage. Normally it's almost roughly $4 because with meat prices right now, everything's a little expensive. But it's a addition. It's not necessarily like the basics. It's just kind of something that I wanted to add to it. All of this together will run you about $15.80, give or take. And when I say that, that's also buying Italian seasoning. I like to dress mine up a little bit. This is just $1 most of the time, if not almost all the time. Most people have this in their cupboard anyway, so you're not even really worried about it. But if you had to go out and buy it, if you're one of those few people that don't have it in your cupboard, it's $1. No big deal. And you're not using all of it. You're definitely not using all of it. And if you are, that's a lot of Italian seasoning. But for the most part, you either have it, or if you don't have it, it's $1. Who cares? But those are the basics. This is what we're making today. Again, you can interchange it. You can either do it with vegan cheese, which is just vegan cheese, or you can do it with whatever and kind of mix and match. Do whatever you want for the family or for yourself or whatever. But this is the basics. This is what we got. Definitely less than $20. Enough chit chat. Let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is I want to brown my sausages. This is going to take the longest. This is the longest part of it all because it's the only thing that's raw. So I want to get my sausage brown. Now you can pan fry it. You can do whatever to get it cooked. As long as it's cooked, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to nuke it for a couple minutes here and there and get it chopped up and then kind of repeat the process. It's the fastest, effective way. It gets it done. And especially if you got to be at, football practice, pick up your kids, then it's time management wise. All right, so I got my sausage brown. While I was browning my sausage, I turned my oven on to 425. So while I kind of let this cool a little bit, set him off to the side, but we're gonna assemble our pizza. So you can either use a pizza stone, which I don't recommend for this particular pizza, because the tortilla shells have a high fat content, whether it's butter or whatever they use in it, especially with white flour tortilla shells. They usually have a much higher fat content, and so I don't want it to be on something that's super, super hot because I want the toppings to melt and cook per se, and I don't want the tortilla shell to burn before everything else is done. So I'm just gonna put this on a normal pizza tray. One, because it fits, and two, it keeps it from being directly underneath the heat and burning before everything else is cooked. I got my pizza sauce, and you probably want 2 or 3 good-sized spoonfuls of pizza sauce. Like I said, you don't need a whole lot because you're using a very, very thin pizza crust, and so a little bit goes a long, long way. But usually 2 solid heaping spoonfuls of pizza sauce is more than enough. Probably putting a little less than a half a cup of cheese on here. Okay, then our pepperonis. Okay, then we're gonna add our sausage. And I don't wanna overdo it with toppings too much because again, this is a thin crust pizza. And so whatever mess you make or however not cooked it is because you put too much on, that's kind of on you. Okay, Parmesan cheese and a little bit of Italian seasoning. And boom, just like that. Got yourself a little personal thin crust pizza. So I set a timer for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on it, again, because I don't want the tortilla to burn, but I want the toppings to be done. But we're gonna start with about 10 minutes, and we'll check on it, and give it a shot. Look at that. Yum, yum. Nice and crispy. All right, let's cut into it. All right, we got our pizza. Cheers. Nice crispy crust. Oh yeah. I mean, it's pizza. I mean, can you really go wrong with pizza? And especially this, you would never know it was a tortilla shell. I mean, you would because you're the one that made it. But like, if you sold this to somebody, they'd be like, oh, that's really cool. They made a thin crust pizza. And then eventually they might be like, this doesn't taste like pizza crust. You know, this is excellent. There's not a whole lot of sauce on it. So it's not like all soggy and everything, but everything's nice and crispy. Well, there you have it. Thin crust pizzas for less than 20 bucks. Actually, less than $15 for that matter. But if you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button next to it, comment down below, tell me what else I should make, what else I should do, how I did, blah, 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 blah. And on that note, peace out, guys.